Welcome back to Wayward Home, and today, man, we have a new episode for you on Wayward Home, and we are working on the Mega Base again today. And you're wondering, what are we working on today? Is it going to be the thing that encases the gold farm that we did last episode? Or is it going to be another building all around here? Wait a second. We're going to do one cool thing today. So, when I was thinking in between this episode and the episode that we're doing today, we have one thing that I kind of wanted to do. And that's the entrance, man. Entrance has been something that we don't have right now. And it needs to be done because, like, this part is just blocked off to every single individual right now that maybe wants to go into the main palace. And we don't have, like, an area to go into from the outside part without like going underneath and all that kind of stuff, like through these little holes and stuff. And also right here also, which is like it's okay, but like that's not a great entrance at all when it comes down to it. And yeah, just look at that. That doesn't look good for right now, at least. But we are planning on building like maybe half of that right now, and doing like this part right here all the way up to right there and higher. And I don't know about this part yet, if we're going to do that. I think we will most likely do it since it's like very cut off pretty well overall, and then we'll have to like do that for like other episodes, like line it out for other episodes. But one of the main reasons why I want to do the front gate right here is that I want to have a pathway. I want to start creating a pathway down, because if you haven't seen my mansion yet, my mansion has like an amazing pathway, and this one needs to be a good pathway going down from like right there down, going this way, circling around, going to the creaking, coming all the way down to right here to the riverfront right here, and going around where we have like the little docking area, and where we will have the entrance from the bottom to the little main area of the cave that we have all of our contraptions in and farms in. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do in today's episode as of right now, because it's just going to make the build so much better. Because the main reason why I want to do this also is, one, because of the entrance and pathway going down, but two, it's because we have this back part now, all that kind of stuff. So with this front, I kind of want it to be like very extravagant. Like it's just kind of hard right now to kind of like figuring out what to make it extravagant, because like this part right here, if it's like one big door, it kind of makes it look small, even though it's big like the door would be. The main reason why I'm meaning by that is that having one big door is just like, that's it. It's literally just one door. But at the same time, that's still small. That's the only bad part about this right here. So I want to keep on going up, like kind of what I did over here with this part, and then do another part that's this huge pillars, not like that, but just big ones that are going up like that. Instead of just having small ones, I would have the small ones first and then bigger ones after that, to kind of symbolize it being the front door. With this design, the only bad part with it is that I don't want it to go straight back. Like, I need it to be like jagged out a little bit. So like I think my plan maybe is to like add another tower right here that goes a little bit higher up than that. So instead of having just this right here, oh man, would it have to be like right here then? I think it would have to be right here. Okay, we have this little tower that we're kind of building right now, and like I still have to add a little bit onto it, like a little top part also, but it looks decently good right now. Like, you can't really see it too much. Like, you can kind of see it a little bit from down below, the dimensions and everything popping out. But that next part, we're gonna have like a little star thing on above each one, and then we're gonna have like a stationary spot just like this right here that I'm pointing at right now with my cursor on top of that for the top part of that little tower. And then we could go a little bit farther up just to have one big tower, but also I have a big tower in the back that I kind of want to add onto, or I haven't even really started building yet, that is supposed to be crazy tall. It just depends on how wide it is, because this one, like, it's perfect to go up and tall compared to like this one right here. This one doesn't really fit in too much compared to like this one, where I can add a new couple structures above it, just going smaller and smaller above. But you kind of see like how it's coming together right now. Like, I'm literally just doing this freeform compared to like this part, and it's looking pretty good just because the freeforming right now is inspired more of this part and the picture that I'm still looking at from the first episode when we started the Mega Base. Okay, we have the front about done, I think, from what it looks like, because we have this thing done. We just have to do the roofing on that, and then we have this thing done too. So we have to go now to the back of this build right here and start kind of laying it out, because I don't know what like the design would be right here. I could just do a design just like that right here, do pillar side, something like that, what I have done on the other ones maybe. So something more of like this, not that, but more like that right there. You kind of see that. So it goes straight up but looks good at the same time. And then has like huge windows at the top, trying to make it more dimensional and everything. But this one's going to be another big window, it looks like, from right here. So with this tower, I'm kind of planning on doing the same thing that I did with the other tower. So kind of going a little bit farther out, or like with the top part right there, kind of going a little bit farther out on the sides a little bit, and then doing a huge like thing at the top. So like something like that, but the top. So that's like the top part, instead of just having that be the top part and then roof. So we have something like that as of right now, kind of going on with it. We have the tower being built right here, and you can see it, like, it looks good for the most part at least, but we have to add like the details and stuff. Like, I'm going to maybe stop about right there so it doesn't obscure the back part of it, and plus I have to do more details on those sidings too. I have this little design that I'm doing right now, and like, I think it looks good if you look at it. So like, I have boom, block right there, block right here. This is for the like little pillar things on the top of the castle and stuff, and you kind of see it right there. Let's see how it looks from the front over here. It's still not done yet. We'll do one in the middle also, but that looks decently good. It's trying to signify that this is the top part, instead of like the other one we have right over here, where it doesn't signify it's the top part because you have that part too. On this part, we're going to start putting the stars right here on top of this window frame. So we have the windows right here, and then we're going to have the stars right there, and then we're going to have the dot or vertical slanting roof going upwards from there. This looks decently good overall for like this side part right here. It kind of flows right into it, kind of gives more dimensions to it compared to like this part where it's just straight up and it's not as much detail. And then we go into the actual main part, which should be the main, beautiful part compared to like that part and this. I really think with this part, like kind of copying what we have right here, but instead of just stopping right there, we're going to go a little bit farther up and kind of increase the height limit of this part of the roof to make it more like translate into the build, because we have a bigger part of the build right here instead of like that part, which that part is more of a downwards part of the main cathedral portion of the field or build of the castle. And this one is really a new part of the castle. But
I think this looks good so far. From what I'm seeing right here, is this like what kind of details am I going to put up there? Is it going to be up to that scale maybe? And then I'm going to have to start encaving these spots. Okay, I want to have to do it kind of like this right here. If kind of not duplicating, but mirroring it over there. Yeah, I think overall this looks pretty good. And then if we have something big on the top, it could be something like that. I think I could do something like that. It would be nice to have another window, a big window just like this on there. Put that right on top of there, but also have, oh man, it has to be on line with that or on par with this though too. So we kind of have this window right here that we're doing. We're kind of copying this over to right there. But instead of having this little overhang, this little, what was it called? This roof style that looks more like a cathedral, we're going to have something more like our front part of the build that we did this episode early on, which is this right here. Instead of being a roof, you're going to have it just stop right there, more like a castle. I think we almost have this whole entire thing. We like, look at this build right now. So we have this, which literally the inspiration for this was from this right here. And this one looks better. It looks so much better compared to this one. When we were working on the front part of the build or mega base on this live stream, it turned out decently well. It still looks a little bit roughed up. We kind of have to like maybe put one more layer right there just so it kind of fills in a little bit the one space that we're kind of feels like we're missing at this point. But we kind of like did this during the live stream and it looks very good. It looks a lot different than everything else, which is good, but also hopefully it doesn't look too bad either, because some of the portions are a little bit off, which was the hard part about it, because like we were coming from a more circular look right here from down here because it was all off on different stanzas. So we had to kind of work our way around a little bit of problems and everything, and then somehow we made it a little bit. And we're going to be starting to work on this corner piece right here, and then also connect this back part right here too to this portion of the build. But okay, we kind of finished this front part right here. So we have this done right here, and we have the little siding done, all that kind of stuff right here. And then we're going to do a little layer right here that goes across, and then we're going to start doing some like roofing right there. But we're also going to bring this part up to that scale also, so the roofing just connects on both sides instead of just being or looking weird a little bit. Now, this next part of the episode, oh sorry for the cores on the top left side of the screen, but on this part of the episode, we're going to start doing like a little bit of a roof back there real quick, start filling in some gaps, make the roof a little bit work and everything, and then yeah, just do the roof with the part that we just did, because we have this right here, but that's not going to have a roof on it. We'll have this part, or yeah, it will have a little bit of a roof. Updated that. We'll be on for like until, or to see how much. Don't be kissing me, man. What in the world? Okay, like, what was that? Seriously? I'm just getting, like, I'm getting ragdolled by everything. Okay. Did Hewitt just come into my world at this point to start possessing this goat? What in the world? But anyways, we have the whole entire castle done, or this portion of it that we finished or started this episode. So we built that this episode, we built that this episode, we built that this episode. That's so much that we built right there. And then like we did that too, I think, if I remember right. But as of right now, we're going to start working on the pathway all the way down to there. It's going to be a decent pathway, nothing crazy. We're going to just do a little bit, kind of detail it out, or not detail it, pave it out more than anything, and then we'll end the episode there for today. But like, look at this side too. This side looks actually pretty good too. Like both sides have features that the other side doesn't, which is makes every single side of this whole entire build look good and unique when it comes down to it. Man, I love having that tower in the back. This is like one of my favorite parts of the whole entire build. The tower looks so good, but we have this humongous thing, which I love too. But as of right now, we need to start working on this pathway all the way down, from all the way up there to all the way down here, because man, this is where everything begins when it comes to the town.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets but if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show.
And we are done with the build as of right now, man. Like, we have built everything. We have done the pathway all the way up to the build, and we have done the expansion onto the mega base today. And let's look at it from right here. We have all of this right here. We have the whole entire pathway that we built all the way down, which will be adding more and more onto it. Little places, little towns and stuff to everything. And let's kind of show you what we went over today in this whole entire video. So we built this part right here, right on top of here, I think it was, yeah. And then we built this right here too, but we also built this humongous thing right here. This did that a good bit, and then we added this humongous thing too, which is a big staple to the overall build. And it's not just a one-sided build at all, it's a two-sided build. And it looks absolutely amazing from the other side also, which makes it look absolutely spectacular, man. So look at this. One of my favorite parts of the whole entire build, and it's on the opposite or back side of the build, which you can't even really tell which side is the back side, which is crazy good for what we're trying to get at when it comes to this mega base. Every single side is not identical, but unique and character and everything. And man, that tower at the top, that big tower right above my helmet, is absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely love that build. And then this one right here too. Then this one's just generic, but gives some good detail or a good emphasis, uniqueness into the build. But let's look at this. We have this whole entire pathway, man, with all these lights right here. It makes it look so good. Yeah, like this kind of looks very clunky right now, but when you fly over it, it looks so good. And I'm trying to keep the snow off of this too, so. But you have this whole entire pathway that goes down, and then I can fly down if I wanted to too. Just like this. Man, it's so cool that I can just do this with the build. And go all the way down to where the pathway ends, which is right here. But well, we have like a huge project planned for right here, this little seaport right there. So, like, that pathway is just meant for a little rubric to how we're going to design everything, going from the kingdom all the way to the different towns and different areas of this whole entire build, because there's so much we can do, especially right here. I don't know what I'm going to do right here. But anyways, that was the episode for today on Wayward Home, and we have one last thing that we have to do, and that's the museum, man. We have this part of the episode that we have to do today, which is our little unique portion of the build, which are remembrance of the whole entire build inside our humongous museum today. And man, last episode we did the 10,000 subscriber pyramid, which we're still building on, so like and subscribe down below to help us reach 10,000 by the end of 2025 on episode 18. But episode 19, we have this huge pathway and entrance to the mega base that we have built today, and added some humongous monumental part to the mega base. But anyways, let's get right into building it. And we're done, man. We are done with the remembrance of the episode right here. I forgot to write it down, but we'll write it down right after the episode's done. But we have our little remembrance of the episode right here. So we have the little light or lamp thing that we have, that we created and did on the pathway down from the whole entire mega castle. And then we have the most notable part that I absolutely love on the back, man. Kind of resembling it. Kind of trying to resemble it a little bit. I know that part's a little bit smaller, but it looks crazy good from like a good remembrance, or a good like smaller version of it, because you can't really do the full humongous thing in here. I could, but that's not meant for it. It's meant for to have like little things like this all the way in it. But anyways, hopefully y'all like this and this little thing that I've created for this episode. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode overall. And this took a lot longer than I expected, because this was supposed to be out like a week ago or something like that, and it's already fixing to be 2 weeks or something like that since I was supposed to post it. So yeah. But anyways, thank you again for watching, and thank you for the continuous support. It's been absolutely a blessing at this point to me, man. All y'all's continuous support on the lives, on the shorts, on the videos. You give me so much at this point. But anyways, stay cool above the ice, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.